Let's talk about Atmos Gear, shall we? Okay, so Atmos Gear is a startup launched in 2019 by Mido Solomon. I'm having a problem with power here. I'm on a slight uphill and I'm using the mid and it's not going too fast. I'm actually struggling to go. So this is actually my first uphill test with my prototype. So let's change from mid to high. So now we're in high setting. It should go up to 20 something kilometers an hour and should be faster on the uphill. We also have a wet patch over there. Let's see how this goes. And while I do this, let's keep talking about Atmos Gear, right? So they are the first ones to actively launch an electric inline skate, which they're calling electric rollerblades. Okay, wet. Oh, went uphill, no problem. Nice. They started in 2019 and they presented their prototypes at CES 2023. Okay, there's a lot of people here. Let's go around. Yeah, that's one of the problems of coming to the park at this time. Oh, nice dog. Let's go. Okay, now we are on a downhill and we're going 23. And I think it's good enough, 22, 23. Let's not go faster than this. Oh, nice. Let's wait. Let's try a little off-road here. You can see right there? Nope, not a good idea. Let's see if we can actually ride this. Oh, no. Nope. Okay, let's go back to asphalt. I hear some creaking. That's not a good sign. I probably have a few loose or breaking things here. Okay. So yeah, after Atmos Gear appeared in the CES 2023, they actively started taking pre-orders, and later on 2024 August they launched the Kickstarter campaign, which was successful, and they started shipping their first pairs. Oh, time for braking. Yeah, so we have a downhill here and with a curve over there, so let's brake and control our speed on the descent. That's one of the best things about, yeah, see? Nice and easy. Braking. So we can go down like easily. Of course, you can just throttle up and go faster, but I don't want to do that. I want to go slowly and controlled. So after they successfully launched their Kickstarter and they shipped their first pairs in 2025, they are now taking orders. So some people have reported me that they tried to buy them and it was not available. It's probably because they were not shipping it yet, right? They started shipping like a few months ago. So it's all very new. So what's the thing about them? So they started doing the prototype just as Thunderblade, putting the motor on the rear wheel, and they started with a custom-made hub motor because they have the resources to actually build their own custom motor. So it's like it's not as wide as the one I'm using right now. You can see that the one I'm using right now is quite wide. And since they made a whole new custom motor, they could make it like thinner. And it's really thinner, but it's not as thin as a normal inline skate wheel. It's wider. You can see on I'm gonna put a picture of them here. You can see that the middle wheel, which is the motor, has a bulge. That's some funny to say. But anyway, it's wider on the middle, which actually makes it prettier than just making like two-wheeler and making the rear wheel bigger like I did. Also, my prototypes are made of two side panels cut and bolted together. Theirs are just like a normal line skate wheel. They CNC from a huge block of aluminum. This is way more expensive and it's really hard for me to do here in Brazil. Oh my God, a lot of damage feel. A lot of debris on the road here. Yeah, because there's a lot of trees here, so you can have a lot of sticks and leaves and all this jizz. Anyway, so they chose to put the motor in the middle wheel, and they appeared again in the CES 2025. So let's talk about what their, not their business plan, but about the skate itself. Okay, let's go to the bicycle path here. The other one is the walking / running, and we're in the bicycle one here. This is a really good part. I really like this. Really like this place, and I really love that there's an actual bicycle path here. See, there's some people playing beach tennis over there. And you can see this is a slight uphill right now, and I'm moving like no problem. We are very slow at 16. Oh, there's a bicycle coming. Yeah, I really like this bicycle path here to actually ride my bike. I come here pretty often. At least I used to come here when it's not raining, because we are in the rainy season. You can see by the sky, it could rain at any moment. So let's do this while we can. Okay, again, the uphill. I'm having on the high setting here, and we are getting speed, 16, 17, 18 right now, and the uphill is over. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more confident wearing the skates right now. They are much more stiff than the last version, which was 3D printed, of course, right? Of course, the steel one is better than the 3D printed one. Okay, again, debris, woo! So, what are the positives and negatives about putting the wheel, or the motor, in the middle wheel? I think the major problem is traction, right? Because when you have the motor in the middle wheel, if you have the three wheels touching the ground at the same time, you will have a problem like your weight is getting divided by 3 instead of 2. Also, most of your body weight goes to the back. Then it's really easy for the middle wheel to wear out, and we're gonna lose. Of course, the traction wheel will wear out faster. This is a given. With 2 wheels, 4 wheels, anytime with the more traction. Okay, my legs are starting to ask for a little break, so let's stop here, have a little break here. Yeah, so of course the traction wheel will wear out faster than the other ones. That's a given. But when it's the middle one that is wearing out, you will soon have problems with traction, because the diameter will become smaller and smaller, and then you're gonna have the 2 wheels in the front and back touching the ground, and the middle wheel will not be touching the ground anymore, and then you have to change the middle wheel quite frequently. And some people that have bought the Atmos Gear and are using them actively, they told me, yes, the middle wheel wears out too fast and you have to keep changing them. One of them told me he rode about 150 kilometers and he had to change because we were not getting traction anymore. So 150 kilometers is way too fast, way too fast. But if you think about it, normal inline skate wheels, they you usually change them in about, let's say, 600 to 1,000 kilometers. So it's not that too uncommon. So if it was not the middle wheel, if it was two wheels like mine, you would wear out the wheel till the very end, and then we would last maybe 500 kilometers, okay, before you had to actually change it, because the polyurethane, the rubber would go missing. But since it's in the middle wheel, you have to change it before that, because you still have rubber on the front and the back, and the middle wheel will have one spin freely. Other problem is, even before that happens, when you're going through like curved terrain like this, it will spin out when you're going up like this, because the front and the back wheel will be touching the ground in the middle because the pavement is curved. But of course, having two wheels, there's a lot of advantages. So if you skip past the wearing out pretty fast in the middle wheel, you have a lot of maneuverability, right? Having three wheels against two wheels, it's way more maneuverable. You can do slalom, you can skate normally. And as far as I know, to mitigate the middle wheel problem, they rocked the skate ever so slightly, I think a millimeter or two at most. So they are slightly rockered, which is not good for great speeds, which is not a problem because it only goes up to 25, which is fine for most people, okay guys? Do not worry about, oh my God, I can skate faster. Yes, probably, but just like with electric bikes goes up to 25 kilometers as well. And in the US, they go up to 20 miles per hour, which is 32 kilometers per hour. Here in Brazil, it's 32. And it is fine. You can actively pedal at 40, 50 kilometers an hour if you're really strong. But for most people, going easily without effort at 25, it's excellent. And Atmos Gear, since it's really lightweight, because they made a custom-made hub motor, is not as heavy as the one I'm wearing right now. Because of that, I didn't skate it, but it probably skates very well. You have a rockered three-wheel skate, not too heavy, like just slightly heavier than a normal inline skate. It should be about 300 grams heavier than a normal freestyle inline skate. At the most, it shouldn't be a lot. So it's probably really a good skate. Now, for they to be that lightweight, they need to go with the backpack battery. So they included when you buy the skates, they included a fanny pack, right? So it's a belt and you wear it on your waist. You can actually wear it crossed on your torso. The thing about the battery, okay, they are using apparently a 24-volt setup, which is not too high. I'm using right now a 36-volt setup. I'm using a hoverboard battery and a bicycle. Oh, it's the same guy from before. Okay, now I have a really long downhill, and right now I'm now using the brakes. I can sense a little bit of rolling resistance holding, so I'm not going as fast as a normal line skate right now, just with rolling resistance here. So I can actually feel a little bit of braking, but I'm going to actively brake right now. And control the speed down to around 10. Okay, let's go this way. I'm not going to face that really big downhill. Let's go over here. Yeah, the nice part, one of the nicest thing about this is you have a lot of different paths to choose from. It's not just one big circle, not one big ring. Okay, it's still downhill here, but it's not as inclined as the other one. Anyway, since they're using a 24-volt, they cannot put that much power to the motor. So I've seen some people saying that it feels slightly underpowered, but I have to test them to be sure about that. But I'm pretty sure is good enough. Of course, we will not like climb any hill, and the heavier that you are, the slower you feel, but that's with any PEV. And oh my God, there's so many debris here. Look at this much grass. I think this is because they cut the grass and they don't come and blow them out. And they just stay on the path because they do not care. Okay, okie dokie, let's go this way. So there's still some leaves over there. Anyway, so since this is 24 volts, they cannot put that much power through the motor. And if you had like a 36 or 48 volts, you would have a lot more power. But the problem of doing that is because you need a bigger battery. And since they're probably using cylindrical cells, you would have to get way more cells to put on the fanny pack, and then the minimum weight would go higher. And they're using like a 250 watt-hour battery, which is plenty for about 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers or so. Right now, I'm using, okay, look at this uphill. I'm on the high setting, struggling to go up. So even with a 36 volt battery with a really bigger motor, I'm struggling a little bit of uphill. I'm not using full power though. Oh my God, I'm running out of battery just because I'm talking about battery. Anyway, if this battery is over, let's stop here. So it was not that the battery is actually dead. My batteries are voltage sagging because I'm putting them under stress. And since the voltage, like it should be around 36, 37 volts. But when I put it under stress, of course, the voltage that are available is lower. So we call it a voltage sag. It just sags a little bit, and then the controller, it will show like it's low battery, but it's not, it's just the voltage sagging. And since the voltage is sagging, the power to the motors is also lower. And it's one of the things of lower voltage setups. It happens more. So maybe you were putting it really under a lot of stress, and it will just not be able to handle it, and it will drop the power. It's just physics around batteries. So yeah, it would be better 48 volts on theory, but on real life, it might not be practical to have that big of a battery. I'm using two 258 watt-hour batteries, so I'm wearing like right now 500 watt-hour battery, and it's really heavy. Each pack is about 1.2 kilos. So if you wanna use this much battery, it's not as much fun to ride. And since they were using a funny pack with a kilogram, probably a kilogram around one of those packs, it's probably fine to just forget about it. And the last part about the build is the wire, right? You can see I have a wire here and it goes up. I put it around the knee pad straps. I put the wires through here you can see it right here. And it goes around my leg and right here. But they're using like a spiral cord, like old phones. Spiral cord, which is genius. I really love that design. This is a really good solution for the wires. And you could also put them on your knee straps if you're using knee straps, or inside your pants if you're wearing pants, to have less wiggle around you. So far, Atmos Gear seems to be a really good promise. Now, talking about their business, yeah, they've made pre-orders and then they made a Kickstarter. They made it, but later on, they actually got funding. They got like €1.4 million about funding to ramp up production. So they are really in a good spot right now. I hope they succeed, because we need more brands bringing electric line skates to life. So I'm actually asking them for a pair to test them, to showcase it for you guys. So if you actively want that to happen, please mark them on the comments down below, so we can have Atmos Gear here in Brazil, so I can test them out and give you guys a full review. But right now, because they had that funding round, they are probably in a good spot to ramp up production and have stock of all their parts and keep selling. And they have a really good promise about selling a lot of pairs, and I hope they do. I hope they become big, like a big company worth millions. It would be like a first step in other brands following them and making more models available for all of us. And maybe sometime it will even open up the space and path for me, for Thunderblade to become a real product. But so far we have the prototype going. Oh yeah, and the last part about Atmos Gear business plan so far is that they are actively trying to build a sport. Okay, they're just doing a race, but it's quite an interesting race. They got a kart, like indoor kart track, and they're putting people to race around the track. So they have 3 categories, men and women, and they have 3 categories for men, 3 categories for women, okay? So you have the full human power, normal skates, the full electric power, only electric skates, and then mixed. I don't know how that mixed will go. I'm pretty sure since Atmos Gears is a little bit underpowered, probably human power will be faster, but we don't know. Let's wait and see how that goes. And there's even women category, and that's really great, right? Other than that, they're like the air gear inspirations all over the place. They're calling them road kings and road queens. It's nice, I guess. We all love air gear. And yeah, I really support them. I hope they succeed. I hope we all succeed in this and make electric line skate a big culture. And yeah, so right now, that's what I think about Atmos Gear. And hopefully, they will manage to actively succeed and sell a lot of pairs. And if any of you guys actively buys an Atmos Gear spare because you got to know them because of me, tell them that. Tell them that Thunderblade sent you, because it's no use trying to, okay, oh my God, I'm not sending guys over to Atmos Gear. No, Thunderblade is not for sale. Thunderblade is not ready. Please guys, let's go support the ones that actually made it. So if they can't, oh my God, a lot of debris. Woo! Damn gravel, a lot of gravel around here. Okay, I have a speed bump right here. And right now it's going to be the biggest uphill, or at least the longest, not the most inclined. A lot of people running here. I think they have a running club here. So a lot of people practicing. Anyway, so if you guys buy an Atmos Gear, tell them that Thunderblade sent you guys over there. Let's get united here. We're not rivals. We are all trying to build the same thing, okay? This is not a rivalry in the slightest. On the contrary, I'm actively trying to make a partnership with them so we can actively promote them as well. Oh, again, since I'm getting an uphill, the voltage tag is showing and the remote controller is actively like vibrating, saying that, okay, you have low battery, you have low battery. I don't think you could actively see, but it's not a low battery. I have 500 watt-hour here, and I've put maybe 3 kilometers here. There's no way these batteries are done. But yeah, I'm gonna make a break here in the middle of the uphill because, as I said before, I can't replace this motor, so I don't want them to burn out. So I'm using it like really conservative. I don't know if they are too hot or not. Thankfully, it's not a hot day. It's a really nice day. It's not raining, it's not sun, so it's really good for electric skating here, storm tracing around. Oh yeah, you can have cars here, so let's wait for the cars to go by. This is all about Atmos Gear so far. Oh yeah, about the middle wheel, I think I forgot to say, they actually send you a spare one when you buy them. So if shipping is really hard for you, order another pair or 2 pairs when you buy one, but they already send you a spare. It's a middle wheel hub motor with 250 watt-hour 24-volt battery. It's up to 15 to 20 kilometers easily in a normal speed, no long uphills, like flat terrain. So if you get a lot of uphills, you're gonna probably have to skate a little bit to help get more range and help going up those hills because it's slightly underpowered. But yeah, I think it's a great product. It's really pretty. I really like the design. I really like the colors, and I really like they did like team jerseys from the beginning. So you choose a color and you get a jersey to that color. I think that's great. It's a great idea. So if you guys have any comments and thoughts about Atmos Gear, let's go in the comments, or let's go into Discord and talk about it. Talk it out in the comments or in the Discord server. We have the link to the Discord server here and in the pinned comment. So let's see. Hopefully Atmos Gear will make it. And that's it for today, and Trish is out.